How did I get here?
Same way we did. Touch of an angel.
Psychic Fraud News. Sponsored by Third Eye Opticians. We'll create a contact lens for your third eye, but it's in a different dimension.
Your life, as it has been, is over.
I mean, of course I get negative things, because unfortunately people pass in a negative way.
And I feel it was only really those he loved that he let in.
But who cares? You love who you love.
This is lost souls that are grouped.
This man's in spirit. Yes. He's here, love.
Oh, I get it. Video stores are so old they have ghosts in them. Okay, thanks. I get it.
A psychic describing themselves as being a prophet basically claimed there was a mass grave on a particular farm. Apparently some kids had gone missing or something over the course of time, and allegedly there was a mass grave and blood on the walls and writing on the walls written in blood. This is what the prophet claimed to see, and get this information from 32 angels. So the police got a warrant, they went to the farm, they smashed up the place looking for evidence. The press went there taking all sorts of pictures and, trying to cover the story, essentially speaking, harassing the owners of the farm. No mass grave was found, no blood on the walls, no proof or evidence whatsoever of murder, abuse, criminality of any known kind. And the family, the people who owned the ranch, a man and his wife, they basically couldn't sue the police. They had a warrant, they were going on a tip-off, they thought it was true, okay? They couldn't sue the press, who were basically there covering the story. They were merely covering the story. They thought it was genuine news, something serious, something dramatic. They were tipped off themselves, I'm sure. But they could sue the psychic. So basically, a judge in Texas ordered this psychic fraud, who claims to be a prophet from God and communicate with angels, to pay, I believe it was $6.8 million. Now, if the psychic has that kind of money, great. They can give that money to the couple because of all the harassment and damages and inquisitions about them. And I hope they do have the money so they can pay it. And if they don't, I hope that psychic learns from their experience.
Greg, well, she clarified she's not a psychic, she's a prophet, and all she was trying to do was help. This woman didn't want to be identified by her real name, but her nickname Angel. She also asked us to disguise her voice. It was a tip heard around the world, one that had investigators from all sorts of law enforcement agencies descending on this Liberty County home, and one that turned up nothing.
I will never call in again. I would never call in again at all, because if they can blow this up and it can get all turned around, and I'm not the one that called the media and blew it all out of proportion.
The self-proclaimed prophet, who does not want to be identified, says she thought 3 children would be found at this home. She says she said nothing about dozens of bodies or a mass grave.
Everything pretty much got blown out of proportion. They, up front, asked me how I got the information, and I am a reverend. I am a prophetess, and I get my information from Jesus and the angels. And I told them that I had 32 angels.
The Texas woman says she's worked with law enforcement in the past and says she was just doing what she thought was right.
All right, everyone,
Oh, goodness, what's going on?
Stand back, Mother. We're having a telekinetic battle of men.
So it's in the news that some ghost hunters used fakery. My word, I've never heard the like. Ghost hunters using fakery? How could we ever respect their well-established field of science again? The fact is, this is actually very common. This particular report, this particular news story, is of a ghost hunting group which had an individual up in an attic. And what should happen? Oh, bumps and bangs. And then they could ask questions and get bumps and bangs as response. And people who go on it, people who pay their money to actually go to these things, or if they're trying to collect phenomena, they can say, well, we got these unexplained bumps and bangs. And their group, their organisation, gets notoriety for deception. And this is very, very common. In fact, very, 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 very common. You know, programs like Most Haunted, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventurers, and others, they're doing precisely what many ghost hunting groups already do. Except the only difference is the ghost hunters on the TV are on TV and they're selling advertising in the adverts. Whereas ghost hunters who do their thing elsewhere, they're trying to get into Paranormal Magazine, 40 Times, and a variety of other publications. They're trying to be talked about online and get some notoriety, and people pay them to come and do an investigation in their pub, or pay them to take them around a location as part of a night-long ghost hunt. It's about the money. It's about attention whoring, so people give you money. How pathetic.
When you are studying any matter or considering any philosophy, ask yourself only, what are the facts and what is the truth that the facts bear out?
This is an example of the sort of abuse we get all the time from ignorant people.
Multiple arrests were made today for the murder of Hillary Niels. Police raided the South Park Motel 6 at 4 a.m., where 7 psychic detectives were staying.
Oh, ow, ow! What did we do?
Get your head down, spread them! Stand back! Don't make me do it! Don't make me do it! The psychic detective's horrible crime was found out by psychic detective Eric Cartman, who is now the only psychic not behind bars. What an amazing coincidence.
In this case, 2 people who were targeted. The psychic made over $35,000. Amazing. Amazing levels of ignorance, stupidity, desperation on the part of the victims. And of course the psychic, they've now been caught. And they will be dealt with. They were using one of the victims' credit cards to pay for personal purchases. Not only do they fool them with ridiculous ideas of truth, they break the law directly. Okay? And obviously, not merely the placebo effect of certain, well, mystical therapies, healing practices, exorcisms even, ridiculous, as well as talismans, various crystals left around the house which are meant to be used in certain ways, and of course you pay a premium rate. This fraud fooled 2 people to waste huge amounts of money on bullshit. Shit they did not need one bit, one iota whatsoever at all. They did not need any of that horse crap. Some of these people have zero fucking shame.
If we are to live together and not die together, we must learn a kind of charity and a kind of tolerance, which is absolutely vital to the continuation of human life on this planet.
Mr. Pop.
It's my desire. It's my desire. It's my desire. Don't you wanna know how we keep starting fires? It's my desire. It's my desire. It's my desire.